Ah, the speed. One second. Okay. Alrighty. Let's start. So we're gonna do a lymph flush, but we're gonna start with breathing first. And we'll do coherent breathing, and we might even do a little bit of humming for the nitric oxide, which is uh develop it whatever stimulated when you hum. It is a antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial. So let's actually do our let's inhale for 6 up and then exhale for 6 with a hum. So we're going to combine coherent breathing with a hum, and we'll move our arms, flapping our wings. So it's going to be inhale up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, hum. Hmm, 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 hmm. I'm not going to count the down. I'm just going to hum for 6, but not the way I just did, just so that it's even. I'll count it in my head. Inhale up, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale. In through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last one, in through your nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. In through your nose. Hold it for a second. And then just release. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. So there's a lot of different ways we can do breathing practices. And that, like coherent breathing, I feel like is really helpful. And so is that humming breath. Okay, rubbing your hands together. And also, so with the lymph flush, be gentle with your body. Like you're not going in there to attack anything. You're going in there to move tissue, to move fluidity. So starting with your right hand on your upper left collarbone. Oh, and my camera has gone. How lovely. We're going to be doing this battle today. I can see it. Thank you. Yes, Logitech Brio 922. That is the camera. I obviously need to get another one, but the budget right now is just not really offering me that. And then come around the angle of the jaw. Again, if it feels like you are inflamed or swollen, then be really gentle and soft, kind of like you're just gently squishing a sponge. And I like to do it with little circles, so little circles moving around in there. I'm also going to yawn, see if I can clear the passageway to my ears, which I can. Ah, move my jaw around, move my face around, squish it up. And then I'm going to come into right next to my nostril, little circles in there. And then down right under my cheekbone, right in here. Gentle, gentle and kind. You're not trying to destroy your tissue or injure yourself. And depending on how sort of robust you are, you could go pretty intensely or very light. And then shake that out. Let's do the K27 point right up here. Find your collarbone, drop it down, inch or two. There should be a little indentation, just circling in there. Circles. You can go in both directions, although I find that there's one direction that feels good. So I kind of stick with the one that feels good mostly. And then coming to a thymus thump, a little bit of Tarzan. Letting that vibration happen. Gentle again, shake it out, shake it out. Right hand to left armpit pec. So when we move more, we increase the integrity of our tissue. Also, massage can help with that, but I've had sometimes things go too far, right? Sometimes you don't have the resilience that you might usually have, and like you can go deeper, it doesn't feel good. So really listen into your own body. Make sure that this is in accord with yourself. Left hand on the right armpit pec. Lots of lymph nodes in there. We're not trying to destroy them. We're trying to give them a gentle pulsing flush. And then we're going to come into the cisterna chyli, which is I'm just going to show you my belly button, bottom of my ribs, right in the middle. So find that middle spot, pulse in and up, which to me today is a little bit tender. So just full disclosure, I am getting over something. It is not fully gone yet. It is not COVID. I had a fever. I was achy for about a day and a half. And then like I didn't have a sore throat, but now I have kind of a sore throat. So a few days later, I'm like, ugh, and I'm just not feeling great. But I want to move because my nerves are feeling like they need to move. They're feeling like what I'm feeling is like kind of lower back nervy pain, which isn't like harsh pain. It's like dull, continual pain. And so I feel like if I move myself around, get the tissue moving, get the fascia, if there's inflammation in there, can flush it out. So that is why I am doing this class today. Coming in to the inguinal fold. So it's going to be probably a little slower and gentler than usual and maybe shorter. This is the recovery class, gentle recovery class. Hands behind your knees, getting behind the eye of your knee. Flushing it out of your system, and then come up and just a shake and a bounce, gentle and easy. Oh, and I haven't had caffeine. Oh, in 3 days, 4 days, 3 or 4 days. So it's interesting because I always think, oh, it's the caffeine. I'm so full of energy. And actually, no, I feel like a lot of the energy is just me. That's what it feels like to be me. Let's spiral. Twist and look around behind you. Spiraling out, wringing out any stuff that needs any stuff that is stuck, any stuckness in your body. Looking behind you. And then you're going to do it turning and flexing. So weight is going onto the back foot. Flex. Find a rhythm in your body that feels good. Then we're going to change it to go onto the front foot. So it's a pivot onto the front foot. And let's have kind of an up and down. So arms are going to go up and then come back down. So there's a little bit more up and downness. Thinking about those swings that are at the fair, that like the swings go out and they just keep going out and up until you're like sideways and then they come back down. All right, and then let's come in and just circle our head. Just the front circle, front to side, front to side. You can skip the back. Relaxing neck, shoulders, and jaw. Good. And then we're going to take it down to the floor. There will be a lot of rolling today. I think that is the thing that I need the most. There's a cat toy, and there's a cat in here. Gaylord has been like glued to me pretty much this whole time. It's been really interesting to see. The cats are probably pretty happy that I'm home and doing nothing. I did play with Peapod a ton yesterday, so she got a lot of attention. And Gaylord was like sleeping with me or in the bed with me like the whole time. I'm like, wow, you are lazy. Anyway, so letting the knees drop from side to side. Yeah, he likes to not do a whole lot. He's a very big fan of sleeping. But I guess cats are pretty good at that. That's one of their special skills, sleeping and sleeping a lot. All right, I'm going to take it a little deeper, reaching across off my foot, getting the spiral bigger in my body. So, in this mode today of working with my own body, which is recovering and still, probably not the healthiest, I am really working to find a sense of even flow. So I'm not pushing it hard at all, but just continual and easy. That's partly because of this nerve thing that I feel like is going on in my lower back. And let's bring it in and press up. I'm going to take my arms over my head and circle my pelvis. I'm going with small circles right now because I am feeling a little bit tender. So you could go big if you want to. But I guess what I'm saying about this sense of flow is that I'm being more precise with my movement than I normally would. Change direction and smaller. But I know I need to move my body. I need to get this movement in my body. It just doesn't have to be super intense. Rolling it down through your spine, take it down. I'm going to bring my arms down too. Then I'm just going to roll up vertebra by vertebra through my spine. So peeling off the mat, lifting at the top, I'm going to push chest towards my chin and then pull knees away from my head and rolling down through my spine. At the bottom, I'm going to inhale, arching my back, filling up, exhale, flattening it out, rolling it up through my spine. Inhale, chest towards your chin, push with your feet, exhale, pull knees away from your head, roll it down through your spine. At the bottom, inhale and arch, creating space under your waist. Exhale, curl, roll it up, vertebra by vertebra. Inhale, push, chest to chin. Exhale, pull, knees away from your head, roll it down. All the way to the floor and arch. Exhale. So I'm trying to get my muscles and my blood flow and my fluid flow to be working, not at their maximum, but at enough that something is happening to move my whole system, right? To warm it up, to get my blood flow glowing, to get my blood flow glowing, to get my blood flow moving, and to get the nervous system, which is wrapped, encased inside of all of this fascia, routing through my body, to have some slide and glide movement and the ability to let go of any inflammation that's happening, any unhappiness. Let's take our hands on our knees, big circles, lubricating up your hip sockets, letting this massage out your lower back. And then change direction the other way. And then take a quick happy baby pose. A little free flow in your baby, wiggling around, letting go. Stretching through one leg, stretching through the other. And then come in. Let's take our legs up to the ceiling. Hands underneath your back. Circles with your legs, big or small. I'm going to flex up and point down. Yeah, so I'm kind of working in a slightly smaller range of motion for me today because of this nerve thing that I can feel. So I don't want to push it, but I don't want to not move. Atrophy, right? I want to have some movement, some mobility in my body. Good. Last one. And opening it wide, feet wider than your sticky mat, internally rotate one leg at a time. So we're getting that spiraling tissue mobilizing in different planes in space, really three-dimensional work. And sometimes it can be like we feel something in one place, but it's because something is suboptimal in another place. There's like maybe a little blockage somewhere else. So we want to try and include our whole body in our awareness as we're working out. Bringing one leg over, just giving a little hook, hanging out, and then switching it to the other side. And then coming back in, I'm going to work with feet. So I'm going to do right foot up to the ceiling, flexing through my toes, through my heel, through my toes, and point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Rotating out from my hip socket, toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Outward circles into parallel. And then inward circles, freeing up my toes, freeing up my ankle. And then I'm going to shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Bend my knee, grab onto my ankle, not my ankle, my lower, whatever, leg, just above my ankle, and I'm going to make circles there. So I am stretching out the tissue inside by just circling and pulling away. And I'm going to just keep changing direction. So going one way and then the other. As I'm doing this, I am trying to relax as much as I can in the rest of my body. So shoulders, jaw, back, relaxed and soft. And then release, bring it down and switch it to the other side. So leg up to the ceiling through the toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, like you're peeling a banana and then putting the peel back. Turning it out from the hip socket, toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Toes, heel, toes, point. Back to parallel outward circles and inward circles, just going back and forth. So because I'm feeling this sort of dull achiness in my lower back, and I feel like it is my nerves, I want to make sure that I'm getting all the way out to the periphery of my body so that I'm awakening that whole pathway, right? So that it's all alive and working together to create harmony within my body. Grabbing onto my ankle, outward circles again, outward and inward, pulling that tissue away, creating more space out at this distal part of my body. And then shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. I'm going to go for big twists, arms out to the side, head going in the opposite direction. You can do this with straight legs if you want. For me right now, I think I'm sticking with bent legs just to make it easier. Hi, Peapod. There's like a law that the kittens have to scratch the mat. I don't know why, but they do. Let's roll all the way from side to side. So you're going to come onto one side. Let's do it just slow pour, pouring yourself across, taking it to the other side, massaging through your back, relaxing your head, neck, and face, just pouring yourself from side to side. Imagining any kind of holding, releasing. So thinking of the tension in your neck and jaw getting soft and relaxed, tension in your chest and shoulders, soft and relaxed. Just inviting yourself to let go of anything that you're holding onto that you don't need to hold on to. Anything in your gut body, soft and relaxed. Anything in your middle back, lungs, heart, all that stuff softening and melting. And then coming in to your reproductive organs, really softening in your pelvis, in your pelvic floor. Women tend to hold a lot of tension in their pelvic floor, in their reproductive organs. There's a really great podcast that a friend of mine does up here, Teresa Widman, called I Want What She Has. And she had a woman on who does all this work with the pelvic floor. And she's talking about how much like holding and gripping women are doing in their pelvic floor. Like if women have had, even having your period or anything, I mean, all the hormonal fluctuations that we go through can cause a lot of, or we can grip a lot into that. And she's saying if you're having pain during that stuff, then there's probably a lot of tension in there. So this is stuff that with us holding, we've learned how to hold tension in our pelvis. I can't imagine why or how, but I know it's true. I had really painful periods when I had them. Let's flip over. Um, and just thinking about it, like if you're walking around, like how much tension am I holding in my butt, in my pelvic floor, in my gut body? Like, and I mean, I can walk around. Spend my life thinking about body and relaxing and letting go and meditating and doing all this stuff, but I can walk around and feel tons of tension in my body. So it's not like, oh, suddenly we have solved the whole problem, but just noticing it, coming into awareness with it is probably helpful. Let's come to hands and knees, curling your toes under, arch, stick out your butt, reach your tail towards your heels, reach your sit bones towards your heels, and then come forward, tops of the feet to the floor, round your spine, take it back like that. I'm going to, again, minimize my range of motion here. So I want to move it, but I don't want to stretch it more than normal. Just going back and forth with that. And sometimes we learn in exercise classes or like in Pilates or ballet or whatever, oh, or even yoga, pull in, up, do do all this extra work inside your body, which maybe is helpful when you're doing the exercise, but we don't want to be walking around with all that tension of holding and pulling up and squeezing. So for optimal flow, we want the least amount of tension in there, which doesn't mean that there's never any tension, right? When we engage a muscle, we're engaging the muscle. We just don't want to be chronically engaging. Let's open the hands wider, chest to the floor, push the floor away. I think the women wrote a book called Rewilding Motherhood. I should look it up on my phone and just tell you. I'll put it in the comment section or in the description below afterwards. I just can't, I don't think I even heard her name. I just heard the whole conversation, which was really good. Whether you're a mother or not, and I'm not, but God, I have my own kittens, cats, and we all are holding different amounts of tensions in our pelvis, also according to whatever has happened in our sexual history and all these different things that are not always what we talk about. Opposite arm to leg. Let's go right arm, left leg. Out and in and out and change. Out and in and out and change. Contralateral movement. In, out, change. Out, in, out, change. So this kind of cross body movement is great for our nervous system. Walking, running, kind of biking, but biking is not quite so contralateral. It depends on how you use your frame while you're biking. Some types of swimming are contralateral. Just means cross body, cross lateral. Opposite side, right arm, left leg. Good. We're going to finish that one off and take it to a downward dog. Walk through your feet in your dog. Bend one knee and then the other. From there, I'm going to lift my heels high, scoop my belly in, roll it forward into a plank, finding my plank, dropping my head, pushing it up to the ceiling, lowering my heels. Heels high, scoop your belly, round your spine, roll it forward, find your plank, drop your head, push, roll it up to the ceiling, lower your heels. Heels high, scoop your belly in, round your spine, find your plank, drop your head, push, roll it up and lower. Heels high, scoop and round, roll it forward, find it, drop, push, roll it up and lower. Two more, up, round, roll it forward like a wave, drop your head, roll it up. Last one, up, roll it forward, and roll and take it all the way down to the floor in 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All the way down. Bend your knees and let your legs drop from side to side. Massaging out your quads, relaxing your lower back. And then coming in, hands next to your chest, baby cobra, and exhale down. No hands, just coming up. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Come up, connect your hands, continue all the way up, going up and down in your own time. You can try bending your knees, getting that stretch through the full front line of your body. And then take it back into a child's pose and relax. Let your head turn from side to side or relax your body, shifting your weight from side to side. Relax your head and neck, relax your shoulders. Breathe. And let's do a little bit more shoulder stuff here. You're just going to sink down and then push through. So arms are straight, sinking and pushing, sinking and pushing, sinking and pushing, and one more. And then circling yourself inside of that. If you can circle, arms are straight, you're mobilizing inside of them and change direction. Letting this little wave of movement move through your spine. Good, and then release that. Come back down onto your back. We're gonna go back to rolling. So we were doing the rolling really slow. We're gonna keep it slow, but we're gonna just extend through the middle. So instead of just keeping your feet on the floor, you're gonna open up, knees in the air, and then close. It's like you're unfolding a book, opening and closing, massaging through your back. So this type of massage through your back, like if anyone was complaining to me about the pain that I'm having, I would suggest doing this exercise just to massage it out. And I'm now going to add opening all the way and folding it in. Opening, 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 folding it in. Which is one reason why I wanted to teach class today, is just to test how I'm feeling. Am I flushing things through? Am I making it worse? I have to say that like going really slow and actually getting into my muscles a little bit feels good. Good, last one. You're gonna end up on your back. Stay there, flex your feet, circles with your feet, and change direction. Let's do this up on your elbows if possible. So it'll either be elbows or totally laying down your back. You're going to stretch your legs out, flex your knees and ankles, extend and point, and then beat, 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 and open. Flex it in, reach it out, crisscross, open, flex, and reach, beat, beat, open, flex, stretch it out, crisscross, open. You can do this laying down. Either way is fine. I feel like for me, this is a little bit better, I think. Hard to say. Last one. And relax it down all the way into the floor. Free up your spine. Pressing your pelvis up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Walk your shoulders closer together. Tippy toes, pressing up onto your tippy toes and lowering down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale, exhale. Pushing the floor away, front of your body opening. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. We're going to change it. Inhale, knees open wide. Exhale, knees touch. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, closed. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. One more. Inhale, open. Exhale, close. Come in. Press up. Little pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Release your hands. Open it up. Roll it down through your spine all the way down and relax. Melt into the floor. Let it go. Just free it up. Free up your head, tail. Send a ripple and wave of movement through your body. Let go. Relax your gut body. Just a little push and pull with your feet. And then we'll take that into an actual heel rock. Free it up. Head, tail. Sending a wave of movement through your whole body. So it's really your toes to your tip of your head. The tip of your head, which is that, your fontanelle. Relax your neck and jaw. Rotate your legs in and out. And let's do one more contralateral movement. Opposite elbow to knee, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, and relax. Drop it down, turn your head from side to side, free up your spine, let it go. Big inhale, big yawn, opening up. And let's come up. Let's come all the way up to standing, because I think I'm going to end it pretty soon. Up to standing. Feet open wide, circles with your pelvis. Letting that mobilize through your feet, and then go the other way. Hands on your hips, rib cage side to side, just shifting your ribs. So right, it was circling the pelvis, now it's the ribs side to side, getting that lateral movement. Hands behind your head, taking it into a side stretch. My knees are slightly bent here. This actually feels good. And then we're going to take it into a side stretch this way, just reaching out. Let's turn out our feet so that we have somewhere to really go. Finding that stretch through that long line of your body. Then bring it in parallel. Drop it. Oh, my stupid camera. Why? It just does it by itself. And it will not go back on. There we go. Nope. 1 second. There we go. Oh my goodness, it came back. Amazing. Take it into a forward fold, shift from side to side, bend one knee, bend the other. Let your head swing from side to side. Come in, bend your knees, roll it all the way up. Inhale, open, stretch it out and up. Exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let go. Inhale, open. Exhale, stretch it out, shake it out, stretch it out, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let go. Bounce. One more. Inhale, open. And exhale, shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. Let it go. Free flow in your body. That is it. Between being on the road to recovery and my camera stopping, I am going to stop recording. So anyone on YouTube, if you made it through, if you showed up, bravo, brava.